Okay, what's up? Siletrea here. I don't know why I'm introducing this because I doubt anyone is actually going to watch it, but here I am. I'm in Maya 2026 and I've made a rig, and for my own self-preservation, because I'm kind of stupid, I'm going to show you guys how I did my arm setup on the left side of the model over here, because the right side of the model needs to be hooked up. Now if I go into my outliner, scapula, you'll see everything has pretty much the same rotations. I'll do the shoulders eventually. Right now I'm just focusing on these guys. Alright, everything has the same rotats, except for that. That's gonna be a bugger, isn't it? Oh no. Yep, that's gonna be a bugger. Okay, you know what? Troubleshooting. This is fine. This is fine. First thing you're going to want to do is open the outliner. Everybody knows the outliner is under Windows to Node Editor. I just have it down here, so I'm just going to pop it up here. This is my setup for my IK FK switch. It's just kind of set up like so. This probably doesn't make much sense, but this is for my own reference, so it doesn't have to make sense. So let's get started. I'm going to grab this controller. I'm going to add it into the scene. It's going to zoom me out because it's rude. There we go. We have wrist. Resplendent, can you just go in here? There we go. So that is the FK. Let's set up the FK first because I just think it's a good idea. So we'll grab these two dudes. Boink. Ew, why'd you drag all the way over there? That was rude. Okay, and I don't want you connected to that elbow. No, thank you. So we have to do 2 before 1 because the wrist is what's going to drive it, and this is how it works. So we're going to hook this up directly. So rotate, no, do this correctly. You need a node first. In the node, I just type in mult, I get the multiply divide node, boink. We're gonna want 2 of these guys, boink boink. And now we need to space them out correctly. So it goes wrist into a multi to part 2 into another multi to part 1. And it all needs to be on rotates. So, there we go. And there we go. So, rotate the wrist joint into input 1. Output the wrist joint into a rotation value for part 2. Then we're going to do this again. We're going to grab from input over here, click it into rotate, so that goes through, and then output into here, choose rotate, boom, that's in. So we're going to open all of this out because this is helpful. Bink, bink, bink. All right, now we have to get this thing working. So I'm going to click on this dude in particular, minimize the node editor, and then go to attribute editor on the side here, and we're going to change this input to 0.700 because I find that gives me a really good kind of way of doing it. Pop back open to this, click this dude, shoink, and we're going to do the same thing, 0.700. And now for the moment of truth. Let's see how you do your rotates. Hopefully this didn't crash the entire program like last time. Okay, it's rotating in reverse. I have actually had this program do this thing to me before, and I know how to fix it. When it rotates in reverse, like it's not supposed to, I will show with wireframe here. As you see, it's going in the opposite direction, and it should not. How to fix that? Click a multi, put a negative sign. That is how you fix it. So now if I do that again, oh look, it's basically working. We're going to put a negative in the other multi just to ensure that it remains working. Never mind, that screwed it up. Never mind, that screwed it up. We're just going to keep that one normal because that one's already reversed because it goes through this one in order to get to this one. So, that's working. It's not doing a flippity-doo-dah, which is great. Okay, yeah, we can work with this. Now, do you up and down correctly? Oh boy, no you don't. This comes the other side of the problem chain. How to stop it from doing that? So we're rotating along the x-axis, so all we have to do is tell it, you rotate on x. So when wrist is rotated on x, you're going to input the x. You're going to output the x into the rotate x. And you're going to cancel all the other little stupid connections in between because they are not needed. Grab here, click you into there, erase the rest of the connections, they aren't needed, x to x, erase the rest, and test, endlessly test. Up, down, no spazzing, left, right, no spazzing. And that is done correctly. The FK is now set up. Thank God. So let's switch over to my IK, and yes, this is a custom slider that I made. It's literally just limiting the translation values of these NURB shapes that I made that are custom synced up with a set driven key to be able to swap between FK and IK. And turn off the rotation values, stupid. The funnest part for me in making this is that you could read what mode it's in. And I had fun with that. So now, this will not do any rotations yet, other than its main wrist. And that's okay, because we need to add it in. So let's grab the big guy. Let's add him in. Boink. Let's zoom back in because it does that. Hide the shape. Do not actually delete. Use the remove selected nodes from graph button. You do not want to delete that. That is a bad move. Don't do that. Okay, and now in input 2, we're gonna go to rotate. And we're gonna rotate everything right now. No, we're not. Are you set up on X? I hope you're set up on X. Oh no, you are rotating on the Y-axis. Okay, this is the same problem I had on the other side. So I'm going to show you what happens if you just hook it up to the X's first, because we just do that. So just by doing that, everything should work. Theoretically. Up and down, still does up and down. And now, oh wait, that's not working. But wait, that didn't work either. Why did that not work? Are you set up on Z for frick's sakes? No. Hello? Maybe I screwed up. Maybe I screwed up. Oh, wait. I didn't screw up. I need a blendy. I forgot to set up the blendy, didn't I? I did. I forgot to set up a blendy. Do I need a blendy? Check the other side. Yeah, I need a blendy. Okay, we're going to set up the blendy. I jumped ahead, and that was stupid. Create node. BLEND colors. We're going to make a blend colors node. And this is going to be our arm twist blendy. And this is the right side, so we're going to put an R there, and I'll have to relabel the other side because I didn't do that yet. So how this gobbledygook works is now we're going to put this into the color channel and have the output work. As crazy as that sounds. So output R is going to be your input X. Rotate X is going to be color R. And then for the wrist, it's going to be rotate X into color 2R. That should work. Theoretically. You gonna do it? Oh, there we go. As you can see, the X is now rotating it, even though it shouldn't be, technically speaking. So we're going to fix that. at least we have it set up. So now if I go back to FK mode, you'll see everything still works, even though it just reversed itself like an absolute jerk. So now I have to fix that. Doesn't like it when you muck around with this stuff. It seems to have changed its name. Interesting. I wonder if this borked up the other side too. 0. And let's give it that neggy. There we go. Do rotates. Oh, look, now you're working again. Properly, mind you. Okay, and swap it back to inverse kinematics. Grab you. You don't like working that way. You're working that way. Why are you working that way? Because I messed this up initially, because it wants to rotate on Y. So how we're going to do this? We're going to grab the cord, and we're going to plug it in to rotate Y. So now the rotate Y will rotate the X channel. That seems really weird, I know, but it works. So now we swap that back, do our double checking. Oh look, everything works. There's your twist. That is how you set up the stupid twist. This took me way too long to figure out. Oh man. So yeah, orientate your nerves and your joints properly before starting this, or else you will have problems. Lots of problems. Okay, and I'm just going to swap over to my left side for a hot minute because I need to stick an L over here. There we go. Yeah, that's how it's done. Thank you for watching, and I say that like rhetorically because I'm pretty sure nobody's watching this, but you know, trying anyway. Anyway, thank you for your time. Siletrea out.